We are gonna cook our first meal in the van. We're gonna go for some breakfast burritos.
Ooh.
And we're doing this because we want to test out our induction cooktop, make sure it works with the cookware that we have, so I'll go grab that in a bit. But let's make some breakfast burritos.
And I love burritos, so I'm hoping we're setting a tradition here. New toy! Ooh, that looks nice.
Oh yeah, super nice.
We're reading some of the documentation that came with the stove, and we saw this one. It's kind of funny. Do not cook your cooktop. You know that this has previously happened before, and that's why they had to include it. Gotta turn on the inverter. Since we are an all-electric build, we went with an induction cooktop. So induction is better than electric heater in terms of efficiency. So electric heaters with the heating element, they're generally not as efficient as this because it's heating a whole coil, and that can be wasteful. Whereas induction literally puts all of its energy into heating up the contacted surface that is made up of a pan. So you do need special pans for it. So this induction cooktop is the Duxtop Induction Cooktop. So the reason we went with this is because some induction cooktops, when you set it to a certain level, say 1 through 10, it cycles on or off. So it's either on full bore or off to maintain a certain temperature. But with this, not only do we have an LCD display, but it also only applies the amount of power that it actually needs. So at say like 5, it might pull like 800 watts, all the way to 10, which it could pull up to 1800 watts. So we liked this kind of consistent heating as opposed to this basically waveform that's either on or off. So, and with this, there's also the ability to control it by temperature. So I'm not really sure how that works out, but you could set it to say 350 or 400 or whatever, as opposed to a numerical range like 1 through 10.
So let's test it out.
Okay, so let's test it out.
Our plan is to cook on our flip-up counter, so we're gonna see if this reaches. I think it should. Might be close.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Easy.
Alright, nice. We make it. So we will be cooking over here. We can cook here if we want to, but it's a little bit more ventilation.
Liana's gonna describe our pan set.
I have no idea how you say this brand. I don't know. Aaron thinks it's Carote. I think it could be Carote. Carote? Carote?
Carote sounds right.
We got this new cook set for the van because, as you can see, it all stacks up really nicely, so it doesn't take up that much space, but it gives us a lot of variety in what we want to cook with. So I think this went viral at some point. I don't know, I just remember seeing someone in van life post about how it has a detachable handle. And I remember that when we were looking for a cook set. So we got this. We have multiple lids for different sizes. There's 2 pots in here. One's a smaller like sauce one, and then we have a bigger pot for cooking things, and then 3 different pans. So excited to use this. We've been using it to cook inside, but we wanted to test it out with the new cooktop and see how it does, make sure it all functions as expected. And then we have a nice little drawer here. I think we might be able to fit it in here, but for now we'll keep them in this big drawer. Just drop them in. Lots of space.
Yeah.
We're gonna use one of the pans today, and we have this removable handle, so it's really nice because we don't need to store it with a ton of different handles.
Yeah, and the
then,
handle is typically what prevents the pans from stacking.
Yes, exactly. So we don't have like 10 different handles in there. And all you need to do is just clamp it like that. You can lift it up, and then when you want to take it off, just release. So far we're big fans of this, and we'll make sure that it works with our cooktop.
So the induction cooktop does come with a chart for both the power levels, so the 1 through 10, and the temperatures. Obviously it's not clear how many watts we actually need to cook something, so I think that's just going to be like a normal stove where you kind of just trial and error different settings to see what you actually need. Then there's also other features. For example, if I tried to turn this on without a pan, it gives me a pot error because it knows that there's no pot on there. And then there's also like auto off and high temperature errors that will prevent, I don't know, potentially dangerous situations. Shaky shake, mixy mix.
Mixy mix. Bailey wants it.
She's eyeballing it.
She's like, those are my favorites.
Ooh, it's hot already. Alright, this thing.
Does it turn off right away, or does it?
Oh, it's telling you to put the pot back on.
Okay, interesting. Alright, let's get the eggies in.
So according to the chart, at power level 5, which is what our stove is on, we should be getting around 820 watts out of there. So looking at our inverter, it's suggesting 742 right there, load power. So pretty close.
Eggs are done. Looks good.
Dip-dip-a-doo. Get every last bit.
All the eggs. Yeah.
Throw this back on here.
We're adding in some 7-layer dip. Bailey.
Bailey's like, not if I'm part of this.
Bailey, don't you dare. Resist.
Hold your horses, Missy.
It's our easy way of quick burritos.
Delicious. Don't you think about it, Bailey. And now we wrap. Okay, stove back on. Give it a little spritz. Now we just want to brown the burritos. This also helps to seal it.
Alright, so the burritos are on right now. We're checking our power.
So, yeah, we're pulling about 800 watts from the stove right now. So you can see we're losing 40 amps, but that's net. So if we assume we're also charging from our solar 19, it's probably taking around 50 amps or so. So 50 times 12, let's say that's 600 watts then at 12 volts.
Is that what you expected, more or less?
Yeah, more or less, yeah. I mean, it was rough numbers. But yeah, if it wasn't for it being a bright and sunny day, we probably wouldn't have needed to be so extra and tried to brown the tortillas. Obviously that pulls energy just doing this, but for a first meal, you gotta splurge.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's hot.
Yeah, and the eggs themselves like cook super fast, so.
Let's get them to soak up all that oil. Mine's the bigger one.
Okay.
Plating time. Oh, this seems like a bad idea. One. Two.
Breakfast is served. First breakfast in the van.
Breakfast date.
Breakfast date. Alright, you try it first. And also, we're gonna do a little...
Oh, we're drenching it in the hot sauce.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little sriracha.
So yeah, Underwood Ranches, the original pepper producer for the Haifeng sriracha. You should try it out. It's delicious.
Yeah, we've gone through many bottles of this already. Alright. Shaky shake.
Please don't explode.
Oh god.
I love burritos.
I know.
It's not that good,
She's
Bailey.
like, you gonna eat that or what? If you don't, I'll eat it. much.
Not too much. That's a lot.
Too bad. Yours is fine. Happy wife, happy life.
We've never done it with the 7-layer dip before, but that's kind of delicious.
It's so much better. Sometimes we've just done it with refried beans, but that dip's so easy. You get all the extras.
One thing that I forgot to look at was what our state of charge was before we started cooking. But at this point we're at 92%. I think we're around 95%. So that probably drew around 10 amp hours is my guess. Cooking for around 5 minutes. So, not bad overall.
Nope.
A worthy trade.
Worth it. And as a successful first breakfast in the van, we definitely wanted to test everything out before we head out on the road. So I'm excited about cooking in here. It's not too bad.
Yeah, we should do these burritos every day.
They're easy. It's
Yeah.
a good one.
I don't know if my body can handle it, but mentally I could.
So we may have more videos like this on the road, cooking different things. We definitely like to cook a lot, but we'll probably do a balance between eating out some meals and then cooking majority of the time. So this is probably a very realistic breakfast for us on the road. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed. If you have any questions on any of the products we used that we're testing out, we'll put them in the description, and drop any comments if you have them, and we'll see you on the next one.
Say bye, Bailey.
Say bye, Bailey. She's like, I'll say bye after I get that burrito.
We'll see you on the next one.
See ya. Bye.
This is the Duxtop Induction Stove, and some of the versions. Okay, this is the Induction Cooktop. No, this is the Duxtop Induction Cooktop, and the reason we went with this is because. Okay, this is the induction. No.